Yakubu Gowon was a 31-year-old bachelor when he became head of state in 1966. At the time, the charismatic lieutenant colonel was romantically in love with a certain Edith Ike, who was even in bed with him when Ifajuna and his fellow coup plotters struck in Lagos in the morning of January 15, 1966. Edith Ike, an Igbo woman from Anambra State, was in a romantic relationship with Gowon when he became head of state in 1966. However, the rising tensions and violence between the Igbo people and other ethnic groups in Nigeria took a toll on their relationship. As the civil war loomed closer, Edith Ike's concern about Gowon's role in the conflict grew. She was particularly troubled by the anti-Igbo sentiment and violence that had already begun to spread across the country. The final straw came when Gowon, who was the then head of the federal military government, reneged on the Aburi Accord, an agreement that would have given autonomy to the eastern region, where the Igbo people were predominantly based. Feeling betrayed and heartbroken, Edith Ike ended her relationship with Gowon, leaving him just 3 days before the civil war broke out. Gowon even admitted that the anti-Igbo feeling made him doubt whether he could trust his pregnant Igbo girlfriend. She moved to Germany on June 30, 1967, after Gowon overruled her plans to move to the United States or the United Kingdom. She later emigrated from Germany to the United States. Prior to that, her parents, though from Arondi Ikorohu in Anambra State, Olumba North local government area, had lived in the north for over 30 years. But following the first wave of the 1966 pogrom, they relocated to the east. Edith Ike eventually cut communications with Gowon towards the end of 1968. This was after the federal troops bombed Aba General Hospital on July 14, 1968, killing more than 500 patients. In 1968, she gave birth to a son, Musa, whom Gowon denied being the father. While the civil war was raging, Gowon married his current wife, Victoria Zakaria, on April 19, 1969. Edith Ike later returned to Nigeria after spending decades in the United States, leaving behind her son, Musa. In Nigeria, she rose to prominence as a public relations expert, working for companies such as Guinness PLC and others. She remarried twice, first to Dr. Okongu and then to Nze Mark Odu. The dispute over Musa's paternity raged on. It was later a subject of legal action that reached the Nigerian Supreme Court, which Edith Ike won. Nonetheless, Gowon refused to accept the child as his own. Meanwhile, the young Musa's life took a drastic turn when he joined a Colombian drug cartel and was arrested in 1992 with hard drugs. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison in the United States but maintained his innocence. During his time in prison, Musa lost his mother to cancer and pursued a degree in law. In 2015, Musa was granted a presidential pardon by Barack Obama's administration due to good behavior. He was deported to Nigeria in 2016, where his father finally acknowledged his paternity after a DNA test confirmed their biological relationship. Aside from Musa, General Gowon and his wife Victoria had a son named Ibrahim Bala. The Nigerian Civil War, also known as the Biafra War, lasted from 1967 to 1970 and resulted in the death of millions of people, mostly from the Igbo ethnic group. The conflict was sparked by a combination of factors, including ethnic tensions, economic disparities, and political disagreements.